guys, Petr here, and welcome to a 2v2 on Napoleon Total War. So, sorry for the lack of uploads. I just recently have been taking a break from YouTube. The one-a-day things have just been killing me. I mean, I think I've been going for maybe a week now, but I mean, it is a killer. Getting all the machinimas at the start, it wears you down. Sorry if I sound like a complete, just sore loser that doesn't want to make videos, but I mean, it does take some wear and tear. But anyways, we are here on Napoleon Total War. This is Syrian Ridge, and as you can tell, it is raining in the desert. So, yeah, Mother Nature being very interesting today. So anyways, this is a battle of two very elite clans. These clans consist of the 409th, which is on this side, and then we have MGL on the other. So, thank you, Deon, for sending me this replay. He's a fellow YouTuber as well. I'll put his link in the description to his channel. Highly suggest you go check him out. He's a very skilled player and also has a very, very cool YouTube channel. So go check him out if you guys want to. I highly suggest it. But anyways, let's get right into the battle. So it looks like for his front line, he has one's German Legion Lightfoot. Then he has some regular Lightfoot, so 3 regular Lightfoot and then 2 others. Looks like he has 2 Fencibles, aka militias. On the right flank, looks like he's brought some pretty elite troops. Got 2 Coldstream Guards. Actually, 1 Coldstream Guard and 2 Foot Guards. And then an 88th Foot in the back. We got 3 Dragoons on the right flank. General Staff in the back. And then on the left flank, 4 Foot. So you guys can see which flank is pushing and which one is kiting. Let me pause it real quickly, or slow motion. So this is the next person, and he's going to be as the Ottomans. So actually, let me pause it real quick. So he went with some Nizam Sadit, or mounted Nizam Sadit cavalry. I believe they shoot on horseback, and these went with some Safai cavalry, very elite cav. I think they're the one of the best cav units in the game. Looks like he's got some bashy bazooks, maybe for a meat shield, who knows. This is actually the first time me watching it, so I am right there with you guys watching this. So then he's got some regular line of infantry, 3 on the left. He's got a Janissary unit in the back, and it looks like they're pretty heavily upgraded with 3 chevrons each. He's got 2 more Janissaries on the right, 3 regular line of infantry, another bashy bazook, 2 more cavalry, and then 1 more Safais. And I believe, Muhammad Ali. So he's a pretty skilled general. But anyways, let's look at the opponents that the 409th will be facing. And that will be the French and the Prussians. Let me pause it once again. So over here we have... Actually, let me start over here. Excuse me. Getting away from my old ways. So over here we got some Cuirassiers. 1 Cuirassier, 1 Lancer unit. You got 2 Musketeers. Actually, 1 Musketeer. And then I believe 3 Foot Guard. And then for his lights, he went with 2 Prussian Fusiliers on the left flank, his left flank. And then for his right flank, he went with, let's see, 1 Brandenburg Ulan, 1 Lancer unit, and one more Cuirassier. For his line infantry, 3 Musketeers. Pretty funny. And then the 8th Life Regiment in the back, and then 2 more Prussian Fusiliers. So... you guys don't notice, let's see the general stuff. So if you guys don't notice, you can see they kind of have 2 different formations going. They have a left flank and a right flank. Their center is pretty much going to be held up by lights, and that's usually going to be protected by cavalry. But since they are attacking the hill, the formations are going to get a little bit crazy. So, and then finally, for the French player, this is another MGL player. He brought some Voltigeurs, actually 4 Voltigeurs. Very surprised by that. There might be another one hidden, but I do believe 4 Voltigeurs. And he brought some Old Guard, Swiss Foot, some 18th Regiment, the Brave. He's brought 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Chasseurs. Then on the right flank, he's brought 1 more Swiss Foot in the back, another Swiss Foot, and then 2 more Old Guard. So very elite army. What I am pretty surprised about are these Voltigeurs. Now usually people bring the Chasseurs, and that is because they do have more numbers, and that means they will last for a longer time period. But I guess for this map, he's going to try and go for a more of an offensive approach. And I am guessing the rules were for this battle, no artillery, max 5 lights. Actually, no they are. Oh, almost missed the action. So we got a melee charge over here. Some mounted cavalry against Lancers. I think Lancers will do very well against these cavalry. But we do have some pretty elite cavalry from the Ottomans. Actually, 2 elite cav units from the Ottomans coming in now. Oh, take that back. He's going to be running back. So we got a nice little cav engagement to kick off the battle. So the Ottomans are actually going to pull back. Very smart move here because these Prussians are ready to open up. And he's actually going to be charging downhill. Smart move by the Ottomans because he's actually able to engage here on this side of the battlefield and not take shots from the Prussian line of infantry. Looks like the Ottomans are going to respond with their line of infantry. You can see the Prussian morale is not the best right now. The Ottomans did do a fair job of keeping them back. Both guys actually did lose a pretty even amount of troops. So we have the rest of the Prussian force pushing up now, trying to claim the hill. See over here, it is a fight for the hill right now. You can see the Ottoman player is pushing up his Bashi bazooks right now, and I believe he's going to be using them as a meat shield, and then I believe he's going to follow up with some line infantry. So very smart move here. He's going to keep these Prussians all tangled up in melee combat while the rest of the troops do push onto the hill. And the Ottomans will be at an advantage this game. They are on their home turf. Syrian Ridge is going to be very helpful for the Ottomans, so very wise choice in picking this faction. So it looks like we got a melee engagement about to happen. Cav charge as well. He will be able to form square, causing those Cav to go crazy. But like I said, he's doing a phenomenal job keeping these guys tangled up, sending in all his melee troops. So phenomenal job. You see the morale is getting very bad for these musketeers. Yeah, red, very, very bad. He didn't actually form square, so phenomenal Cav charge by the 5 cavalry. Over here on the right flank, we got some engagement going on. Got a Fencibles going up against some militia, so 2 very even units. One does have the hill advantage. So anyways, the Ottomans are actually managing to break through the Prussian line. The Prussians are forced to send over some lancers, hopefully stopping this attack, but these Ottomans are going full force right now. We've got some Janissaries coming in and charging into this foot guard that's in square formation. They're going to be holding out very well in square, but the Ottomans do outnumber them right now. These Prussian Fusiliers getting some nice shots up on the cavalry right now, and it's trying to help that poor Lancer unit that's getting triple teamed at the moment. But it does look like the Ottomans are on the, or the Prussians are on the Ottomans' left flank. So good move there, but he's actually going to be 2v1ing right now, 2 line infantry against 1. So that's not going to be good. But look at this, we have the French player now going to try and help the Prussian player out, seeing that he's having some trouble. So very good teamwork by one another. We got a skirmish engagement, or line engagement about to start. And any more action? I believe, yep, the lights are now going to engage. And like I said, the Voltigeurs, they can lay stakes, but they don't have the numbers to fight. So he's going to have to rely on some kiting or whatnot to hopefully win him the battle. But it looks like the Prussians are now starting to lose pretty badly now. I don't know why he has those Prussian Fusiliers in melee combat. Not the smartest of moves, but I guess Cav can outrun them, so I can see why he's stuck in melee. Over here we got a square formed on these Prussians, but look at this. Phenomenal job by the Ottomans, keeping these guys in square and not letting them fire. Very smart move there, and he's going to pull out of that square, making sure he does not sustain many losses from his cavalry. Over here, the Ottomans are very victorious right now in breaking through. The Ottomans really didn't have to use many units, and actually is going to try and focus fire on the left flank now. Looks like the French are going to try and send some old guard and chasseurs cheval. So the French player, he's kind of stressing his units right now, helping and aiding his fellow teammate. But it is definitely worth it, just because he knows if he loses one flank, the whole game could go horribly wrong for him. Looks like the Safai Guard are actually going to break very quickly now, and the Ottomans are actually able to repel some of the Ottoman force. But now look at this, very hectic right now. We got the British and the French in melee combat, cavalry engagement. I love these little cav engagements in the center. It just makes the battle look so much more epic. Over here we got the Old Guard now helping and aiding the Musketeers, shooting down these Janissaries as they come into melee combat. Over here, still skirmish engagement. Looks like these stakes are doing a very good job right now in blocking those bullets, and I don't think if he didn't lay stakes here, this unit would have been long gone by now. So phenomenal job by the French player, doing a fantastic job. Over here, it looks like the British and the Prussians are victorious. Or excuse me, I'm getting the teams Oh man, getting the teams wrong, that's horrible. So it looks like they're still going to be engaging, but they're going to be pulling away very shortly, just seeing the losses. And I believe they're both going to break. Yep, there they go. So let's take a look. Looks like these guys are actually going to be shooting the hill. Not the best. Going to be wasting a lot of ammunition. So that is that over here. The Ottomans are still engaging the French and the Prussians. Nice cav charge by the British into these Prussians. Phenomenal job. But the Ottomans are still going to continue their push. The Prussians did manage to pretty deplete these Ottoman units, but they still do have two very healthy line units approaching the Prussian flank. So it looks like Prussia's going to be shifting over some more Prussian Fusiliers and line infantry. But things are calming down once again. Looks like they're not really trying to fight for the hill at the moment. Looks like the Ottomans, or the Prussians, are going to hand the Ottomans the hill. Don't know if that's the smartest idea. Maybe he's trying to take a different approach to this. Maybe using his range, getting some shots off on the hill. Who knows? But over here, still a skirmish engagement going. Got the militias going at one another. And very even matchup, 89 to 92. I'm actually surprised these guys aren't doing better just because they do have the hill advantage. But it does look like these... Huh. Guess they ran away. Anyways. Here a cav charge going on. Oh, another cav engagement over here. This time, Chasseurs Chacheval against some Safai cavalry. Safai cavalry dominating that engagement and beating back those French Chasseurs Chacheval. Looks like the Ottomans are going in for a charge on those lights. Very slow charge, but it does look like they got caught up on that square. Not the best, so he's going to try and follow through and hit those lights from the back. Nice job there, but he's going to have to commit in order to break that unit. He's got another unit here. This unit is going to do some damage. Watch these bodies fly. I know they're going to fly. These guys are so elite. Any bodies? No, I guess no bodies. A little disappointing there. Anyways, that unit is going to be gone, breaking at 40-some men. That is not good. The Ottomans are very victorious on this flank now, and the French are going to be feeling the heat very quickly. Now, a very smart move by Deon on this left flank. He's just trying to hold and keep these French stationary. He doesn't want him to aid his ally as much as he should. And he's just going to wait for the Ottomans to hopefully outflank the French. And while the French try to counter this offensive by the Ottomans on the flank, it's going to reduce the numbers on the front line, meaning he's going to be stressing a lot of units, and it's going to allow many weak gaps to form upon these Frenchmen. And that's going to allow the British player, Deon, to capitalize on this and hopefully win this flank. So we'll see shortly. I'm just guessing. I haven't watched this, just here with you guys, like I said. But still, very good game from both players. Let's see over here. We got a Prussian unit out of square. Got the French here, as well as the British. So, I mean, all nations are fighting one another right now. Got a French charge coming in. Ottomans are well prepared and form square, sending two guys flying. And these poor musketeers, I think he was mismicroing right now and didn't notice that these guys were in square formation. So this is going to allow the Ottomans to get some nice shots off. Wait, they are charging. They might actually be out of ammunition right now, and his only option is to charge. So smart move there. Ottomans are very good in melee, and we will see how that ends. Very surprising right here. Don't know why his general is in this unit. I rarely see this happening. I swear I thought the French brought a general's bodyguard, but I guess not. He's in this brave unit, and that is a very brave move to make, because it is very iffy whether or not your general is going to die, just because he's going to be facing a lot of line infantry units, and that general is on the front line. You see him right there, standing very brave. Hence the name. Oh, what did I say? Oh no, that was the other general. Okay, I was gonna laugh so hard if that was the French general. But it does look like the Prussian general did die, so that Safai cavalry, or mounted Nassam Sadit cavalry, did a phenomenal job in killing the general, and that's going to put a lot of pain upon the morale of the Prussians. So, looks like the French are actually starting to crumble in the center right now by the British. British having the hill superiority, cannot say that word, oh my god. So they're going to dominate this engagement right here. Even with the stakes, they are not capable of winning this. So it looks like he's going to be playing a very smart move here and pulling back and forming a little defensive position right here. And you can just see his ally has pretty much, yeah, all he has left is a dead general's unit. So Prussians pretty much out of this game, and it is down to the French right now. Now it is a 2v1, and the Ottomans do have a ton of units, but so do the French. They do have a pretty healthy army, but looking at the Ottomans and the British together as one, it's not looking too great for the French. But he does have some Old Guard, and Old Guard can do wonders. It is very crazy. I've won many games with the Old Guard, and they have led me to victory multiple times. So who knows? These guys can definitely be a game changer, and we'll see that very shortly as to how he uses this unit to the maximum potential. So it looks like he's going to reform his troops. I think he's going to be using this forest here as protection from those bullets. We'll see how that goes. Over here we've got the Old Guard shooting. Is this a, yeah, we're having a, once again, a militia engagement between the two nations. Very even numbers. You can see how very, look at this, 48, 46, 46, 44, 45. Look at this, so even. But it does look like the British, they're both going to break. Wow, talk about even. Oh, that's awesome. So they both break with pretty even numbers. I think the Old Guard contributed to the this militia, the French militia unit, actually breaking, just because those bullets aren't actually going to hit many of the British, because the French are lying to their backs, so they're going to be getting fired upon by friendly units. So the Ottomans are going to take their sweet time pushing up, going to fast forward a little bit. Not seeing too much engagement happening. And like I said, look at this. Phenomenal job by the Voltigeurs. Putting those stakes down did save a lot of their numbers, and it does look like these guys are actually out of ammunition. Or maybe the British player, Deon, noticed that he wasn't getting many kills, so he turned them off fire at will. Not too sure as to what happened here. Might be either way, but who knows, So, like I said, the British or French are still going to continue to pull back. We got a general's charge. Is this the British? No, this is the Prussian general being very crazy with his unit, but I guess he can be just because his general is dead. And they do end up breaking. So going to fast forward once again and wait for this action to begin. And like I said, since he's being forced to send more troops to one flank, it's going to greatly decrease the amount of men that are able to defend this location. You can see it is a 5-on-2 right here. Yeah, British are definitely at an advantage on that side. Still very surprised that oh, looks like they're making a push right now. Let's see. I think Deon's going to try and use this unit as a meat shield. And I do believe they are out of ammunition just because the way he's charging them. Yeah, these guys are definitely out of ammunition. So good job with those stakes by the British, or excuse me, the French player. We got an engagement over here. Looks like the French are going to be at an advantage right now just because of these trees. But we will see if numbers can overwhelm and beat back these French. French getting some good shots off on the light foot. Very interesting formation the French have. Looks like, yeah. I mean, the French player is doing a great job of making this battle look very even. Just the way he positioned his troops makes it much more of an even battle, using these forests to their advantage. The Swiss foot working full time right now. Let's take a look. And sorry for the rain, guys. Didn't know that would happen, but it's not that big of a deal. Once you zoom out far enough, it's not that big of a deal. But you can see he's not losing too many units or too many men because of that hill. Doing a lot, or excuse me, due to the forest. But it looks like the British are getting many more shots off and depleting their men at a faster rate. But it looks like the French are actually winning slightly. Are these guys out of ammunition? I think so. I do believe they're out of ammo. Right now, the Ottomans should be pushing very hard. Looks like they are. Wow. Looks like 3 of the units are actually out of ammunition. Good job by France kiting back and making sure those Ottomans do not reach melee combat. And even if they were to, it's the old guard, so they will have a pretty good time getting some nice shots off. Over here, good job with the Shasheval getting some nice shots off. And, wow, the scene is out of ammo as well. So he's going to try to get some good flanking fire. Good job there. Over here, things have fallen silent just because the French have reinforced this flank to make sure those British cannot assault. Good job with the old guard pushing back that infantry. So the Ottomans are stuck where they're at. The French player is doing a phenomenal job, but I believe the place he should worry about the most is this flank. It looks like the British are going to capitalize on it by flanking the Swiss foot. So this is not good. We got the old guard trying to respond as quickly as possible because he does see the Swiss foot are in some pretty big trouble right now. You see, just has overwhelming numbers on this flank, and it's just not looking good here. If I were the... Well, I don't know. I think the French player is doing a phenomenal job right now. The way he positioned his troops, especially in a 2v1 situation. Don't know if he wants to be focusing fire on a unit that's out of ammo. Good job by Deon using that as a meat shield. Phenomenal job allowing those foot to get some nice shots in. And he's going to put them into melee to make sure those old guard cannot fire anymore. But will they make it there without breaking? It does look like it. Oh, he's going to run back. A poor decision on the French part. Not a good idea. He should have countercharged and would have taken many less losses. So good job here by the British. Looks like they meleeed as well. And like I said, the numbers are going to be a big factor and going to contribute greatly to the outcome of this battle. So it looks like the old guard are pretty much the only unit left on this side right here. Other than that, the Swiss foot and Swiss foot are very, very in a very bad spot. Yeah, not looking good. It's like going to send over some Voltigeurs. Not sure if those guys have ammo or not. Got a melee engagement from the old guard. Big melee engagement going on right now. Looks like this unit's out of ammunition as well, so it's going to be a big melee engagement is what I am seeing right now. The British doing an effective job of using their numbers to their advantage, and the best way by doing that is melee combat. Very nice stuff is happening. We got a charge from the Shasheval. Getting a nice charge in on this Coldstream, but the Coldstream are going to hold very well due to them being very heavily upgraded. Over here we got a cav charge from the Shasheval. And good job by France keeping the cavalry alive, because you want to keep the cav alive for the end game. The end game is the most important part of the battle. And having Cav can really be a big factor, but he's not doing the best Cav management right now. You can see leaving them in melee combat, something you really don't want to do, but looks like he did manage to put some pressure on those Ottomans and actually did break them. Get some friendly fire happening, and that might be a factor for them to break. Oh, they do. The militia. Wow. That sucks. Over here, the French trying to do their best right now and keep this Prussian... Why am I saying... I'm getting so many factions confused. British push from continuing, but we just got one old guard stopping I don't know how many units, at least 5 or 6, if not more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 V2 right now. So he's going to charge. And it's not looking good for the French, but he did a phenomenal job this game, aiding the Prussian player when he needed it most, as well as making it a great fight and not giving up. But who knows? He does have some units left. He's got some hidden units here. Got some Swiss foot and the Brave right here. See what damage they can do on this foot. I love the Brave. They got some pretty cool uniforms. Very nice. I like the shade of blue. Very nice. Navy, looks like. No, I think it's too Might be a little too light for Navy. I don't know. It looks... whatever. Anyways, back to the engagement. Got a melee engagement over here between the lights. They do end up breaking there. General getting some nice kills in. Let's see, where is he? Where is he? Anyways, moving on. Got the old guard now in melee. 2 old guard units. Let's see what they can do. Where's that 1 unit? Yeah, it's 1 unit. We got the Ottomans now able to push up without those old guard interfering. And yeah, just a big melee engagement now. Very, very nice stuff. The Brave do end up breaking, but their general is still alive. Here he is, running with his men. And wow, that is the game. So very, very good game. You can see, wow. So it does look like the French player did actually manage to get the most kills. And that was not surprising at all. Bunny Queen did a phenomenal job. Same with the Prussian player doing a good job, but we got Deon with 1100 and then the Beast with 1300. So a very good game for all the players involved in this match. Looking at the most kills for Deon's units, we got the Coldstream Guard on top with 147. Very nice. Coldstream Guard, best unit in the game, and he used them very effectively. Rangers too. So anyways, very, very good game. So yeah, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If so, remember to leave a like and subscribe if you guys have not done so yet. Going to try and post more videos. Sorry for the lack of videos. Just want to take a quick break. But I am back on it. Maybe not one a day. That was pretty hard. Maybe one every other day, I think. I think that's the best thing for my channel. So anyways, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys later.